Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, we got what we got over here, man. We got another artist passing away, man. You know what I'm saying? You knew it was coming. We got like I don't mean to sound like that about it, but you know what I'm saying, like after a while, you know, I mean you get tired of reporting it. Man, we got Megan Thee Stallion's man's talking about whatchamacallit, man. Megan talking about threatening legal action against folks. Or at least her attorney is, man. And what else we got over here? We got folks' master recordings being stolen. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. Hey, yo, if this is your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit that like button if you feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. That notification bell's waiting for your task. I'm going to give it a tap. And the subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, man. So go on and touch that too. All right? Hey, yo, man, hopefully y'all nice and warm, man, and bundled up in the whole 9 yards, man, because it's relatively cold out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get right to it, man. Look. You ever heard the song Baby It's Cold Outside, man? Tell me that ain't some Me Too type ish. I mean, is it me? You like, nah, it's me too. Listen, that man damn near held her hostage, did he not? She said her moms would be worried, her pops would be pacing the floor. You know what I'm saying? She spoke on what her neighbors would say. At one point in the song, she was even like, say, what's in this drink? You know what I'm saying? He is like, oh, ain't no cabs out there. You know what I mean? Which reminds me, let me tell you what happened with RKelly there. You know what I'm saying? You're like, how did I know this was going to lead us to RKelly? Because I'm simple, and that's why you could appreciate me, man. You know where I'm going. You know what I mean? Listen, about 2 weeks ago, an RKelly album called I Admit leaked. Ain't that like OJ dropping a book called If I Did It? Oh yeah. But OJ was found innocent. Anyway, RKelly's team is stating that his master recordings were stolen. Back in February, Keith Calbert, who oversees the warehouse where Kelly's property is being stored, called the one time to report a theft. According to Calbert, 9 months earlier, 2 roadies had taken several hundreds of Kelly's recordings and brought them to California. Oddly, it wasn't reported back then. Not that we know of. When Calbert contacted them and asked them to bring the masters back, he was told they needed to pay $160K for their return. Which he didn't do. But in my head, I'm like, yo, ain't that extortion? Anyway, Calbert was able to show police the empty shelves where between 350 and 500 of Kelly's unreleased masters had been before they were taken. Shelves and warehouse. You would think everything was on like VHS tape. You know what I'm saying? No, like not just that other video. You know, I was watching the Boondocks yesterday. I think it was the second episode, and it was about RKelly. I realized something when I watched that episode. On the show Boondocks, right? Which is a very intelligent show. It was the group of people that sided with RKelly, and then the smaller group of people that did not side with him. The smaller group was the more intellectual side, and the group that backed RKelly was not. Here's the other thing I need to highlight at this point: the Dunning-Kruger effect. Slow people, or really, quite frankly, dumb people, are not aware of the fact that they're dumb. You know what I'm saying? They actually think that they are smarter than everyone else. I just want to throw that out there, okay? Yeah. Like, here's the crazy thing about the Boondocks episode. The attorney that was against RKelly was like, yo, there is a video of him doing this. And everybody was like, yeah, but his music is hot. It was insane. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what we're really up against. Because every time I see folks backing this man, I'm like, this is the group. You know what I'm saying? And look, you're like, oh, he's talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the shoe fit, kick it off. And look at them running to the car. That's how cold it is? People run from the door to the car door? Anyway, look, in other news, right? My bad. So here's the thing, man. Kelly's team is said to be searching for the guys, right? Even though it was deemed months before the police search was initiated to begin with. Something tells me that. So basically, that RKelly album that released that Boosie was singing, it's not a thing. Well, at least it shouldn't have been. In other news, a group of reindeer were spotted laughing incessantly at another reindeer who appeared to have what looked like a Christmas ornament of sort wrapped around his nose. You're like, what is this? This is a Christmas story, man. The reindeer was seen throwing snowballs, accusing him of drug use, calling him racist slurs, and prohibiting him from joining in their reindeer games, which involved chasing other does who would shout, "We love big bucks and we cannot lie." Now, as you know, the United States has been experiencing quite the snowstorm. And Mr. I now have to compete with Kyrie for gift giving asked the reindeer with the shiny nose to guide his sled. Or his sleigh, whatever you want to call it. All of the hating behind reindeer suddenly realized they was low-key trash for mocking the brown reindeer, the red-nosed one. You know what I'm saying? So now they all love him. Yeah, that's right. They caught the vapors. You know what I'm saying? Biz already done rapped about something like this. Who'd have thought he was talking about the damn reindeer too? You know what I'm saying? Look. Let me give you another Christmas story, because Christmas is 2 days away. You need this. Listen, let me tell you about the little drummer boy. You know what I'm saying? That's a dude that got his priorities in order. You know what I mean? That man could read the room. They done told that man, we got to go see a baby real quick, and that man is a young king. The wise men were like, yo, make sure you bring a bag so we can bless the king and honor him. You know what I'm saying? Look, wise men still search for this baby. You know what I'm saying? For the king. You know what I mean? Anyway, in everything they do. The little drummer boy was low-key broke, right? But he could make beats like a fathermucker. You know what I'm saying? And when he saw the young king with everyone honoring the king with their wealth, and he had lint in his pockets, he played a dope beat for the young king and honored him with his talent and gift of production. You know what I'm saying? Look, the baby king smiled at him like, that's a premier hit, boy. You know what I'm saying? Look, you just blazed that joint. Like a doctor. Like an alchemist or something. You know what I mean? Because, the beat rocked. You know what I'm saying? Look, all I'm saying is the little drummer boy had his priorities in order. And you need to make sure you have yours in order. You know what I mean? Let me jump to my shoutouts. I'm going to tell you about Tory Lanez. I don't even know if I have shoutouts today. Do I have any shoutouts? I think I did. I think I had one. Southern Child. Southern Child came through and said, Glorilla said she don't wipe herself well, so I'm guessing she's off limits for you, celeb. She said she don't wipe herself well. She didn't say that, did she? I gotta go look that up. But if she did, like no. Yeah, you can't, no. Hell no. Hell no. Maurice Greer said, look, he's talking about YK Osiris talking about like he pay all the bills, pay the mortgage, pay the bills, pay the for the hair, pay for the nails. The woman just gotta cook and clean. You know what I mean? Like she gotta have food ready and she gotta make sure the house is clean. You know what I mean? I don't like to say women gotta cook and clean because it make y'all feel some type of way. But I mean, hey, look, you don't feel no type of way if I'm paying for their nails. You know what I mean? Like that's my thing. Like don't get mad about the one thing but not about the other. Get mad about the hair and the nails. Anyway, my bad. Maurice Greer said, simps are at an all-time high. I'm over here looking at that comment like, well, so is poverty. Look, man, I know that a lot of people will mask their poverty by saying, oh, this dude is a simp because he want to drop a bag. Listen. This man can hold on to his money. We know a lot of people like that are like, I'm not spending a dime on this woman. There's a lot of people like that. But then there's a lot of people that don't really like care for the money like that. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, man, whatever, man. I don't really care about you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got the money to get a chain and watches and all this other fancy stuff. I just don't care for all of that. Well, I'll rock a watch in a heartbeat. But I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like a chain? No, I will not rock a chain. I'll rock something wooden before I rock a gold chain or something like that. You know what I mean? Get fake tea. Anyway, Kenneth Cole. Kenneth Cole came through and said, yo, with the notifications, right? Because a lot of people say they ain't been getting notifications. So Kenneth Cole said, with the notifications, you have to unsubscribe and hit it again. I do it every few days. Quick little double tap. Hasn't happened since last year. Yo, man, shout out for that. And Rockstar Red Rabbit came through and said, first off, don't mind a name in a pic. My son loves Five Nights at Freddy's and constantly changes everything. But nonetheless, I tune in every single day and I get pissed if a video is late. You're definitely entertaining and have me and my wife cracking the F up. Keep it up. Yo, man, I appreciate that, man. That really does mean a lot. I like to put a smile on y'all face, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's about it. I think that's all I got, right? Yeah, I think so. All right. Look, as of now, I would have already thought that Tory Lanez, the verdict would have came out. You know what I mean? I thought it would have came out by now. Some folks started already posting that he's not guilty, but I don't know how actual that is. I haven't really quite heard it. What I did hear is that they, someone released like, the jury released, what is it? Like, it says the jury listened to the end of the closings and got the case around 11:15. The jury, as it stands, is 5 men, 7 women. Right? I thought it was 6, but whatever. 5 men, 7 women. And what are they saying over here? It appears, right, that during deliberations, prosecutor Kathy Ta showed the jury a charting outline, okay, with Tory Lanez' potential fate. Now, I think what it is Nancy Dillon posted, she said, prosecutor Kathy Ta had the last word Thursday and showed the jury now deliberating Tory Lanez' fate a chart that looked roughly like this one below. I'm a visual learner. This is how straightforward the evidence in the case is. We really only have 3 suspects. The 3 suspects are the driver, Kelsey, and the defendant, okay? The gunshot residue, that's a GSR. Ta said Jaquan didn't have any gunshot residue, but Tory and Kelsey did, so she gave them each an X. Sean Kelly puts the gun in the defendant's hand, right? Sean Kelly is that witness that said he saw something. DNA, she said the DNA is a wash, all right? Megan says the defendant shot her, right? Like, that's obvious, okay? Why she said the DNA is a wash? I'm still confused about that one. Is it because that's the one that doesn't work out in her favor? Because Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying? It says Kelsey in her September interview says the defendant shot Megan. She texted out help. Ta said Kelsey texted Megan's bodyguard 5 minutes after the shooting. Tory shot Meg. Tory's apology. He says, "I'm sorry. I would never have done that if I wasn't drunk." Okay. He's the only one apologizing, not Kelsey. Let's say she's the shooter. At no point does Tory say, "What the hell happened? What were you doing?" He doesn't have to say those words. Ta said the absence of what's not on the call is just as compelling as what's on it. You can't say that. The absence of what we don't see. What we don't see is just as compelling. Yeah, that's why we like going through this whole process and it's taking this long. You know what I mean? But what you don't see, you cannot now add your own things into it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, clearly, I don't know. They shouldn't imprison the man if there is any doubt as to whether he actually did it or not. Because at this point, it very much seems like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe he really didn't do it. Maybe somebody else could have done it. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's my time looking like? All right, this actually might be a short one. Might it be? I don't think so. Megan's man, Partisan Fonte, has something to say. All right, he's speaking out in support of women of color. Okay, so now we have this direction. All right, Partisan says to any woman, especially ones of color that have suffered an injustice, I feel for you. When you do find the courage to speak up, it seems you will be ridiculed. Your credibility will be questioned. Your entire past will be held under a magnifying glass. In an instant, you can go from victim to defendant in the eyes of the public. To anyone with his daughter, sister, mother, niece, or aunt, I pray for their protection. I pray for their covering. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Hey, look, Megan did get shot, and that was not cool. It was not cool that she got shot. We just don't know who shot her. And she's adamant that he did, but they can't seem to prove it for some strange reason. Look, I wish we could know who shot her too. Like, really, I really do wish, somebody is like, yo, I got it on Ring. I got it on my Ring camera. You know what I mean? Like, had they did this in front of my crib, we'd have, you know what I mean? They'd have been on the Ring. I'd have been like, yeah, look. You know what I'm saying? Now, just in case you didn't know, Megan Thee Stallion's team sounds like they're speaking about taking legal action against bloggers. Can you believe that, man? They're gonna be looking for your boy. Well, you're gonna be looking hard. It's gonna be hard to find me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be super hard. So yeah, apparently they're coming for the social media users, man. You know what I'm saying? Some folks are saying that Joe Budden could be accused of, I guess they can come for him because he had said something about her, but then he apologized about it. On NBC, right? They published an article. Okay, one of Megan Thee Stallion's attorneys stated, right, that he and her are exploring, quote unquote, exploring all legal options against bloggers who've been spreading misinformation. You're not supposed to spread the misinformation, y'all. Come on, y'all. Just speak the facts and provide some commentary. Because check this out. Blogger Milagro Grams, I think that's the one that was speaking to academics. She's been providing a little bit of updates. And it's stated that she could be one of those people that's facing a lawsuit, because this is what she said. She told NBC News, on my end, everything is not going to be something that was intended to be a factual statement. It might have a comedic effect. So I mean, I think that's what she said. Like, that's not great. But I mean, I guess it might not, it's not going to be something, whatever. She said what she said, and what, they'll use that against her? We'll see. Oh, and finally, that's what time looking like over here. Oh yeah, this might actually be short. Finally, another artist has passed away, and that artist goes by the name of Big Scarr. You know what rap artists of the golden age of hip hop were able to get away with in the past? Like artists today, they can't do and rap about quite the same thing and have the same results. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you why. People today have more guns, less intelligence, and more drugs. Look, a lot of people are dumb as hell. You see what I'm saying? So they think most of what these artists are talking about is true. You know what I'm saying? Then you have artists that actually rap about the crimes they do, which displays a deeper level of intelligence. You're like, deeper which way? You know which way. You know what I'm saying? Here's what seems like an inevitability to me. Today, not yesteryear, today. It seems like if you rap about drugs and guns, you or people close to you will die from the foolishness perpetuated and glorified in hip-hop music, man. You know what I'm saying? Big Scarr has died last night, and according to his lady, the man OD'd on perks. You're like, but Celeb, I thought perks were cool enough for the rappers to even rap about. Wrong, right? The rappers rapping about perks and oxy are rapping about poison, and they're trying to make it seem like that's what's hot in the streets. You see what I'm saying? Like, their addiction is hot and it's what you need in your life, when in fact it lowers the quality of your life, even ending some of your lives. Listen, it really just highlights, right, how talented we could actually be as a people. We are so gifted. We can even make poison sound desirable. Soon, rap artists are so influential. It's like they would make you want to buy HIV. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't. So why not use a skill to build those following in your footsteps? You're like, what about Big Scarr though? Like, can we talk about him? Listen, drugs didn't leave him around long enough for me to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, about him at all. I didn't really know him like that. You know why? Because drugs put a stop to all of that. You know what I'm saying? All I know about Big Scarr, right, was that, and I'm not saying I don't know if he's a good or bad. I don't know enough about him to know about him. You know what I'm saying? Drugs took his life too soon. Listen, all I know about Big Scarr is that he was on 1017 roster, right? And he OD'd on perks. That's all I know. And he was a rapper. Now, if you're an artist, right, stop playing with the bull-ish, man. You know what I'm saying? Or we just gonna be covering your story next. You know what I'm saying? If you could fall back on weed, man, I'd even fall back on that. Cause I mean, think about it. Like, do you really trust your weed man to be your chemist? I wouldn't. I mean, come on. You're like, oh, but you trust everything else. You trust, all the food you eat at the restaurants and off the street vendors. Oh, well, good. Then that means a vaccine shouldn't be a problem for you, should it? You're like, wait. You said vaccine? Yeah, people had an issue with the vaccine, but then they would go out and buy weed and smoke from somebody else's spliff and drink behind each other and stuff like that. Do dumb stuff like that. Have promiscuous sex with mad people, even though they mad dirty, but then wouldn't get a vaccine. You don't know that there's suction when you pulling out of, well, forget it. You let us know your thoughts in the comments below, man. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit that notification bell. Be sure to stay away from drugs because it's poison. That's the first thing they teach you in like first grade. Drugs are poison. Like, simple. You know what I mean? Like, how are you not getting that? Yo, let us know your thoughts. And you could not like what I said. You know why? Because you're probably addicted. Yo, man, be sure to like. Be sure to say, yeah, I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep last night, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to, what is it? Robbie's World? That's my guy right there. I like that dude. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source, celeb news.